Okay. So, hey guys, so the topic for today's discussion is how knowledge of the self can improve the human condition. And, I think that it's a pretty loaded question, but I do believe that understanding knowledge of the self opens doors for self improvement and also positive change. Self knowledge is incredibly important, and I'm sure we can all agree. But I think that it's integral in our lives because it creates this path for developing this type of understanding that our ability to live is not only supposed to be suitable, but fulfilling as well. So reading through why Buddhism is true and also to like get a better understanding around this entire, point, I looked at a bunch of other sites that somewhat revolved around the topic and are based on either philosophy or psychology. And I noticed that it's been a key factor that people who don't accurately see themselves are more likely to make a mess of their lives. And I know it sounds pretty harsh, but in all honesty, I think it is kind of true because I feel like by taking the time to look and listen within ourselves can allow us to acquire the skills to not only satisfy desires, but to also prevent any type of conflict between our perceptions of ourselves and other people's perceptions of us. Because I feel like growing up, I've noticed so many people allowing others to say what they are or who they are, basically defining people other than themselves for their identity, which can definitely lead to like an existential crisis or like a lack of purpose. And I've definitely been there. I think most of us have in some way or form growing up, to be honest. It's kind of a part of life and we're all college students, so it's gonna hit one way or another. But by diving into self-knowledge, I feel as though this way we'll come to understand the aspects and I guess insecurities of our inner selves without letting others sway our feelings toward it, while also giving us like this sense of security of our true selves. So yeah, that's my take on it. So let me hear what you think, Brianna.
So my take on it is that I can 100% completely agree with you and everything. Like my whole life I've been made fun of everything and etc. for basically for dumb little things.
Hmm.
I just feel as if letting go of that person that you're not and everything. You can let that go and then it opens up to more of a lack of control for you to be able to have that positive aspect of
Right.
how you're supposed to be and everything. And then also if you let go of yourself, you have the opportunity and the power to have a relationship with your feelings
Hmm.
and everything else in that aspect of that category. Because once you open up, people can see the real side of you. People tend to see the real side, but they don't actually know the real side. You're pretending to be someone that you're not, really.
Right. Yeah, I completely agree with that because I feel like when you don't allow yourself to, I guess, understand yourself, you do put up this type of front for other people to perceive and to like basically like, oh, this person sees me this way, so this is who I have to be.
Yeah. Some people tend to be like, oh, I see myself as a kind, caring person.
Hmm.
But other people may see you as oh, this person's mean, this person is rude. I am not going to talk to her. But they haven't gotten to know that person. So they're judging a book by its cover when they
Hmm.
really
Yeah, exactly.
have that knowledge of, oh, let me try to get know to this person. Let me try to get to know them. Let's see how they are and everything. But they're thinking negatively when they should think positive.
Hmm. Yeah, but um also with it's kind of like a self-sabotage thing in a way, I feel like. Because I think sometimes people decide that they don't want to know who they truly are because the way that they're already perceived is, it's like, oh, you're already really cool, but like if I show who I truly am, then everyone's gonna be turned off. No one's gonna like me anymore. That type of stuff.
Yeah, people have some like self-conscious about themselves, and they try to keep their real integral self inside of them when they should be more open and everything, more talk,
Hmm.
try to be out there more. Like in high school, I was always not talkative, nothing. I would always sit in class, not talking that, not like put myself out there trying to make new friends in that. Now I'm in my freshman year of college. I'm talking to more people. I'm putting myself out there because I want people to know like this is the real me. I'm not trying to like hide myself anymore.
That's good though. That's good to hear. Sometimes it always takes a new environment to kind of bring that out of people. You just gotta get comfortable. But I'm really happy to hear that. You know, is there any other topics you want to talk about?
Um, Basically, like there's you have like the power to establish with your feelings, thoughts, impulsives, and also perceptions, and you have the power to like disengage and everything to open up for a better change of yourself. But
Hmm.
you have like a power of a way to disown and disengage and realize that your better self can be liberal, basically.
Hmm.
And I feel as if like if you isolate yourself from the real world as we per se, it can limit any type of physical things that you may be worrying about or instantly regretting. That way you don't have to make the mistakes again. And you can openly realize, oh, I made this mistake. I need to change myself for this better because I know my self knowledge and everything.
Yeah, I think you're right because a lot of times when people make mistakes, they sweep it under the rug and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm not gonna do this again," but they don't acknowledge what they did in a way.
They put it in one ear and goes out the other,
Yeah,
basically.
that,
When to take it into consideration and realize, oh, I did this. I can't do this again. I really can't because of the fact that if I know if I do it again, everything can happen. Like, for example, if you lie, it comes back to you. Your
hmm.
karma comes back.
Yeah, it always does. There's really no way to escape a major lie, I guess. And people tend to think that if they just don't bring it up again or if they establish it in a type of way where it can't be brought up, that it's not going to chase them. But honestly, you lying about something doesn't have to be like brought back by guilt by someone saying, "Oh yeah, didn't you say this or that?" Could literally be like this thing in the back of your head, like, "Oh my god, I really did do that a couple weeks ago, didn't I lied about that," and everyone thinks it's true. Now everyone thinks this is how I am, but that's not who I am at all.
Yeah, it's like gossip, like in drama. Like if you lie about like something and that other person says it's not true, you're making up stories in that and you're showing like, oh, I'm a drama and gossip person. But deep down, like you know who you are and you know like you're not like that. You're just trying to fit in basically. And I think
Hmm.
a lot of people are trying to fit in and they're thinking to themselves like, oh, I'm going to try to fit in and I'm gonna try to basically be popular in that. Like in high school, you have the popular girls, you have the popular group, and there's like cliques and everything, and you're trying to fit in that, but you know yourself and you know like you can be better than
Yeah, I completely agree. Um, are there any other topics you want to talk about?
that. I don't think so. Is there any other topics that you want to talk about?
No, I think I am good as well.
All
Okay,
right.
well, I guess we could say bye now. So, I guess thanks for listening to our established podcast and bye.